The fact that people care more about being right than actually doing what is right and holding themselves accountable to that. What's good, everyone? Just out here getting after it once again. You know what it is, and I hope all you guys out there are doing just the same, continuing on this journey to be able to create better individuals to give back to your dogs and your family units. Now, I wanted to jump on here and share with you an observation that I've made over the years, and that observation is how people care more about being right than actually doing what is right. Have a think about it and understand the difference between the two of what I'm saying. Here, I'll say it again for you. The fact that people care more about being right than actually doing what is right and holding themselves accountable to that. Yeah, I'll break it down for you too. Think about the extents that one will go to be able to excuse themselves and to be able to say that they were the ones within their right, or they were the ones in the right, no matter what it was that they actually did. No matter how fucked up their own personal conduct was. No matter how fucked up the behavior was that they participated in. Think about the extents that one will go to. Think about the extents that human beings go to be able to say that they are still within their right, or they are still in the right within doing so. And you know what? We need to be able to create awareness of this, because us as human beings have all been that individual in one way, shape or form. Whether that be within the past or whether that be within the present, we've all been that individual in one way, shape or form. This is why we need to be able to create awareness of this. When we have awareness of this, we can start creating an individual that our dogs need us to be. We can start creating an individual that our youth need us to be. We can start creating an individual that our families need us to be. And most importantly, we can start creating an individual that you yourself need you to be. Because it starts off with the individual. And if we don't have awareness of this, what do you think happens to you? You end up with a dysfunctional ego. That dysfunctional ego finds itself entwined and tangled to no extent within a bunch of delusions, a false narrative that you end up living your existence in. This is why it's so important to be able to create awareness over this type of behavior. Because another factor of reality is that just because something is socially or culturally acceptable, or just because something is law, does not necessarily make it right either. And we need to be able to take accountability behind our own personal conduct for what it is that we're actually participating in. We need to be able to have the ability to think for ourselves, to be able to hold ourselves true within our own personal conduct. Because if not, we're living behind an autopilot existence. We're living behind conditioned behaviors that a system has imprinted into who you are as an individual. This is why it's so important to be able to create awareness over this. Because if you're ever going to be able to become that individual that you yourself need you to be, that your dogs need you to be, that our youth needs us to be, and that our families need us to be, it starts within oneself. It starts within who you are as an individual, and it starts within the accountability of your own personal conduct once again. Because you know what? Some of you may not like hearing this, but you are also accountable for absolutely everything that you choose to participate in. This is why it comes back down to the individual, for who you are as a man, for who you are as a woman. Why do you think so many of you are clouded with confusion and instabilities? What, you think your subconscious doesn't know when you're lying to your people? You think your subconscious doesn't know when you're lying to yourself? You think your subconscious doesn't know when you're seeking the attention and the external validation of why you're always right? This is why you're so confused. This is why you end up so fucked up inside. This is why you're always seeking external attention. This is why you're always seeking that external validation once again. This is why you lack self-belief. This is why you lack that conviction within who you are as an individual. This is why you're stuck behind a dysfunctional ego. This is why you're stuck behind the delusions that you've sold yourself to make yourself feel better, of why it's okay for you to let yourself off the hook, for why you're always in the right once again. We need to be able to create awareness over this so that we can disconnect ourselves from this type of bullshit behavior, from this type of bitch shit. Because you know what, as my saying goes, love is truth, not lies. And you need to understand it for what it is. Because you know what? You tell me, whenever has a sugar-coated truth, a half-truth, or a lie ever helped one situation, set of circumstances, or individual since the beginning of time? Please elaborate. I'm all ears. Because you know what? It never fucking has, and it never fucking will. So let's start changing up our personal conduct so that we can create competence within who we are as men and as women. So that we can be those individuals that our families need us to be. So that we can be that individual that our dog needs us to be. So that we can start creating clarity of where it is that we're heading within our own lives, to be able to find purpose and meaning within our own existence. And as I also say, you know what? If the information stings, it stings for a reason. If the information burns, it burns for a reason. But learn to process it in a way that's going to help you as an individual. Let it process and let it digest in a way that's going to allow you to benefit from this. Because if you're one of these individuals that are trying to sell a lie and sell your excuses of why it's okay for you to participate within fucked up behaviors, within deceit, within manipulation, within half-truths to the people that you claim to love and care for, you know what? I'm going to be the one to pull you up and say that you don't fucking love these people that you claim to love and care for. Because if you did, you'd tell them the truth. If you did, you'd hold yourself accountable instead of expecting everyone else to tolerate the fucking bullshit and the half-assed version that you're trying to give to these individuals. You're just living your life through that selfish existence of why you're always in the right. So understand it for what it is. I hope that little bit of information can help. For the rest of the video, I'm just going to share with you some of my weight session that I got in today. Once again, I hope that can help inspire you to be able to create better individuals to give back to your dogs and your family units. Enough said. Peace.